When Hamas terrorists poured into Israel a year ago, storming homes and exacting a massacre at a music festival, more than 1,200 people were brutally killed. Others were snatched by the militants and taken into Gaza. A year on, dozens of those hostages are yet to be returned. There were 251 people taken hostage during those terror attacks. 38 children were among them, including brothers Ariel and Kafir Bibas. This is the moment they were kidnapped with their mother Shiri, the boys clutched in her arms. In January, campaigners released orange balloons to mark Kafir's first birthday. He has now spent the majority of his short life as a hostage. Most of the hostages were taken into the massive network of tunnels beneath Gaza used by Hamas. Conditions in captivity were poor. Multiple accounts from those since released described being chained, beaten, and deprived of food and water. Aviva Siegel was moved 13 times during her 51 days in captivity.
They used to starve us while they ate in front of us and not bring us water for hours and days. I had an infection in my stomach. I was dehydrated. And we had to beg for water, beg for food.
She was among 105 hostages released during a temporary ceasefire that ran from November 24th to December 1st last year. There were also 17 Thai citizens released as part of that group, most of them farm workers. Pornsawan Pinakilo collapsed to his knees as he was reunited with his father in Bangkok. 2 Americans were the first hostages to be released. Mother and daughter Judith and Natalie Ranan were freed on October 20th. And 3 days later, Hamas released 79-year-old Nurit Cooper and 85-year-old Yocheved Lifshitz, who turned and shook the hand of her captors as she left, saying shalom, the Hebrew word for peace. Of those freed, 8 have been rescued by Israeli armed forces. The most recent, Farhan al-Qadi, a father of 11, found abandoned in a tunnel at the end of August. The Israeli military has returned more hostages dead than alive. Soldiers have repatriated the bodies of 37 Israelis. Some of those were killed on October 7th, like Shani Luke, her body taken into Gaza after she was murdered at the Nova Music Festival. Others were killed in captivity, such as Hirsch Goldberg-Polin, who along with 5 others was murdered as Israeli rescuers approached. 3 hostages, Yotam Chaim, Alon Shamriz and Sama Talalka, were killed mistakenly by Israeli forces operating in Gaza. There are 97 hostages remaining in Gaza, although Israel has confirmed the deaths of at least 33 of those who still haven't been recovered. Their families continue to hold regular protests, often joined by thousands of Israelis, calling on the government to do more to release their loved ones, now imprisoned for a year of unimaginable terror.